superclass Tetrapoda, and having 4 classes: Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Abelia. In class Amphibia, we are going to discuss about those organisms who live on land also and they are found in water also. Amphi means both, and life. The life is on land and in water also. Generally, we have seen or we have discussed that in the water their larva is found generally, and on the land the adult used to live. Right. With example, we can understand that the larva of a frog is tadpole, and tadpole resides in the water, whereas the adult frog survives on the land also. For characteristics, we are discussing some features in these organisms. So, talking about the skin, moist skin, having glands, so glandular, vascular, it is used for the purpose of respiration. The exoskeleton in these organisms is absent. They have no exoskeleton. Talking about the limbs, so they have 2 pairs of pentadactyl limbs. So this feature is for limbs. In amphibians, limbs. So there are 2 pairs of pentadactyl limbs. The one pair is called as the forelimb, and the next pair is called as hind limb. And in these limbs, the nails and the claws are absent. Endoskeleton is mainly bony. The endoskeleton is bony. Bony endoskeleton is found in these organisms. Right. Along with this, they have vertebra. That's why they belong to the subphylum of vertebrata. And regarding their mode of nutrition, so they are carnivorous organisms. Nutrition is carnivorous. They feed on other organisms for getting their food, and for the purpose of nutrition they have alimentary canal, and the alimentary canal have the opening of mouth and one opening of the cloacal aperture. In the mouth, the salivary glands are absent. Salivary glands are absent. Right. Salivary glands are present in the mouth of different organisms. We also have salivary glands. There are 3 pairs of salivary glands in human beings. In these organisms, salivary glands are absent. The young ones, they change into the adult form by a process of metamorphosis. Young ones, they are called as, we take one example of frog, so that will be called as tadpole, and this changes into adult form through the process of metamorphosis, and this is a progressive metamorphosis. Otherwise, we have discussed about the retrogressive metamorphosis in the category of Hydmania, which belongs to Urochordata. Right. Talking about other, heart is 3-chambered, 2-chambered heart in fishes, 3-chambered heart in the case of amphibians. And the respiration is through skin if they are found in the case of aquatic ecosystem, and that will be pulmonary through lungs also if they are found terrestrial. So respiration is of both type. It will be through skin. When aquatic, so this will be found in the case of tadpole, and it will be pulmonary also. So pulmonary through lungs also, right? And regarding their body fluid, so the body fluid is blood having RBC, and this RBC is oval in shape and nucleated. The body fluid means the blood contains RBC, red blood cells, so hemoglobin is also present there, and it is nucleated. Nucleated RBC is there. Regarding their morphological feature, so the sexes are separate. Sexes are separate, and they show sexual dimorphism. This we will be writing sexual dimorphism. Male and female individuals are distinct. The male have the copulatory pads, which is a morphological feature for the distinguishing between male and the female. We will be drawing the structure to see the male character and female character afterwards. Then in the nervous system, the cranial nerves are 10 pairs. Cranial nerves are there, and they are 10 pairs. The development is indirect because it is through a larval stage tadpole. So development is indirect. Development is indirect. Right. So these are some of the characteristic features for the class Amphibia. This is all for today. Have a nice day.